Wakati mafuta imeongeza hivi, wao wameongeza commission yao to 28.1%.
I have a visual disability,
yes,
which has been with me for a long time.
No, I'm asking the second part.
Swala la utovu wa nidhamu limezua hisia mseto nchini.
Caning is not bad for the students. Juu hata sisi wazazi wetu walikuwa natuadhibu tukiwa wadogo when we were growing up.
We are now more organized than ever before.
Indeed, this is the fastest growing television in Kenya.
At Maisha Television, we are impartial and independent.
The presidential election of the 26th October is hereby upheld.
Every day, we create distinctive professional programs, content which inform, educate, and entertain.
If the money has been approved, then it should be disbursed on time.
We go an extra mile to let you know of all that is happening around.
Wawe smart, wawe wasafi.
We make it easier for you to access information, a right provided by the Constitution. This is where your opinion counts.
Good morning, my baby.
I am fine.
How did you feel, baby?
So fine.
Why so fine?
Soft hair, fine.
I'm happy you're dry. Soft hair, very soft. Soft Care Baby Diaper uses high technology. Pro-level leak protection is designed for your baby. Asante Soft Care. Siria Mama. Soft Care?
Very soft.
Wow, thank you for your time. How juicy.
Juicy. Thank
Good morning, my baby.
I am fine.
How did you feel, baby?
So fine.
Why so fine?
Soft hair, fine.
I'm happy you're dry. Soft hair, very soft. Soft Care Baby Diaper uses high technology. Pro-level leak protection is designed for your baby. Asante Soft Care. Siria Mama. Soft Care?
Very soft.
Wow, thank you for your time. How juicy.
Juicy.
Thank
you for trusting us as your #1 informative television. Join me, Rida Chebet, every day as I bring you the latest news at Maisha Live at 1 and update at 6, right here at Maisha Television.
Wakati mafuta imeongeza hivi, wao wameongeza commission yao to 28.1%.
I have a visual disability,
yes,
which has been with me for a long time.
No, I'm asking the second part.
Swala la utovu wa nidhamu limezua hisia mseto nchini.
Caning is not bad for the students. Juu hata sisi wazazi wetu walikuwa natuadhibu tukiwa wadogo when we were growing up.
We are now more organized than ever before.
Good evening, and you're right on time for Maisha Prime News. My name is Rida Chebet Kering. But first, let's have a look at our top stories.
Kurudi saa 8 kupata mtoto ameshasikwa, akaanza kufukuza huyu mtoto wake. Msichana ameshaenda college. Anafukuza huyu mtoto kijana yake huyu. Anafukuza mama mkwe, kujaribu kwenda kumkataza kumshika hapa. Akanirudia.
kama Jubilee na shida itafufuka hapa Kiambaa. Because Jubilee is there to stay. Jubilee tunajua kiongozi wake ni His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta.
We start with the political story as the Kiambaa by-election gets closer. Jubilee Party now says that a win for its candidate Kariri Njama in Kiambaa by-election is a win for President Uhuru Kenyatta in his position as the Mount Kenya's undisputed leader. Bushebi Jr. compiled a full report on this.
William Ruto's United Democratic Alliance UDA party and Uhuru Kenyatta's Jubilee party are in a tough fight to win Kiambaa constituency by-election.
And after Juja, we sat down, especially a team of close to 25 members of us, 25 members of parliament, the ones who are now left officially in the Jubilee party, especially from Mount Kenya, because our colleagues have officially decamped in everything except by officially and gone to either UDA or PEP. And we said we are going to go back to Mashinani and speak to the hearts and minds of Kenyans from our part of the country. And we're also reaching out. We have a network that has members of parliament from Northeastern, that has members of parliament from other parts of the country, including Nairobi. And we are going to do a reloading of our party as we move into next week. And one of the places we'll be doing that a lot of is during the Kiambaa by-elections.
Few weeks ago, in a notice issued by UDA's Secretary General Veronica Maina, aspirants submitted their applications online and to the party's headquarters in Nairobi, leading to UDA's John Wanjiku winning the nomination. This set a frontline face-off with Jubilee's Kariri Njama. With Jubilee now facing the stiff competition from UDA, the ruling party is using all means to ensure that it maintains the seat. The Jubilee's tactics played out today when the members of the party say that a win for Kariri Njama is a win for President Uhuru Kenyatta.
Tumewasikia wakisema itazikwa wapi? Ati mazishi ya Jubilee itakuwa Kiambaa. Kama Jubilee na shida itafufuka hapa Kiambaa. Because Jubilee is there to stay. Jubilee tunajua kiongozi wake ni His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta. Jubilee ndio ilileta uunganisha watu wa Central na Rift Valley kutoa taabu iliyoko huko.
Itakapofika wakati ya Uhuru kujitoa na kupimana nguvu na wanaume, wengi watajua kwa nini punda ajemea pembe.
Sisi kama watu ya Kiambu tumekubaliana kuwa tutakuwa na Kariri Njama kwa sababu yeye ni mtu ya Jubilee na yeye ndio anashikanisha sisi na rais wetu.
Deputy President Ruto's newly formed UDA party has become a threat to many political parties in the country, spreading its tentacles and influence so fast. In addition, the race to win Kiambaa by-election by UDA is not seen as a common win, but its power to stamp authority and influence in Mount Kenya.
Wakajaribu Gaturi Ward wakaanguka, wakajaribu Mzabweni wakaanguka, wakajaribu Juja wakaanguka.
The contest comes at the time when the ruling Jubilee is seeking a divorce from UDA.
Lakini tunaona wanatumia ma-chiefs, wanatumia masabu chiefs, na wanatumia hata chakula ile inafaa kupeanwa wakati ya corona.
Jubilee Secretary General Raphael Tuju wrote to the Registrar of Parties to nullify their union over breach of rules of engagement.
You notice that in every other political formation right now, the politicians of that formation are the ones at the forefront. We had failed on our side as Jubilee, and we have changed that direction. Moving forward, you're going to see a lot of us speaking, even on the things that we're not happy about in the party. If we think the party makes a mistake, we will speak about it. We are stakeholders in that party. We exist because of that party, and we're not going to allow that party to die. So watch us as we go into Kiambaa. Judge us as we go into Kiambaa. We are 100% sure we are taking that seat. We are delivering Kiambaa.
The two outfits signed a pre-coalition agreement in the build-up to 2017 polls, but things went south when PDR, now rebranded to UDA, and allies of DP Ruto took over the leadership position.
Bossy, Godfather,
Maisha TV, Bushabi Junior.
And religious leaders in Kakamega County want fresh talks with the government over the closure of worship places. According to the clerics, government applies a double standard when dealing with politicians who hold public gatherings in direct contravention of the COVID-19 containment measures, yet clamp down on churches that holds in-person worship. They want the talk to either center on fully reopening of worship places or stand action taken against anyone holding unauthorized meetings.
Nataka kuuliza serikali kama wameruhusu baadhi zifunguliwe, mbona wasiruhusu kanisa zifunguliwe ili nasi tukapate kunyakua hao vijana ambao wamepotelea katika pombe, ambao wamepotelea katika ulevi, ili nao pia nao tuwalete kanisani ili nao pia waweze kujisimamia wenyewe.
Itakuache ya kwamba tufunge makanisa na magonjwa haya imegujwa, haichatumwa na mwanadamu bali ni magonjwa ambayo imekuja kwa ulimwengu. Ukimwi wakati ilipokuja ilikuja saa hizi imetipiwa na imekuwa imesoeleka. Sasa itakuache sisi COVID kila wakati ni kufunga, mpaka imefanya makanisa pia inafunga, na yote Mungu anayaponya.
Watumishi wakubwa ambaye Mungu amewainua mahali popote mlipo, ninataka tu niwaulize, mbona mumeruhusu kanisa kufungwa lakini kila kitu inaendelea? Matanga zinaendelea, matatu zinajaza watu mpaka wanaweka sambaza, soko zimejaa, mashule zimejaa.
And President Uhuru Kenyatta has cancelled his planned 2-day tour of Kambani region over the fears that the visit may trigger spread of COVID-19. The president was to visit the region on Tuesday this week. There had been disquiet over perceived unfair distribution of the handshake goodies, with Uhuru visiting Nyanza in May and unveiling several projects. Uhuru had visited Kitui on June 25th this year for the official launch of the Marian Shrine of Our Lady of Protection in Museve. He had met Kambani leaders in mid-June. In the 2-day development tour, the head of state was expected to visit Machakos and Makueni counties. In Makueni, the president was expected to begin his tour at the Konza Technopolis in Makueni before proceeding to inspect the Thuake Dam project and later launch Kibwezi Kitui Road. And presidential aspirant who is also the Amani National Congress leader Musalia Mudavadi continues to drum up support for his 2022 presidential bid while portraying himself as the savior of the country's economy. Mudavadi has condemned Uhuru's led administration of imposing high taxes on Kenyans, especially on basic commodities. Philip Simiyu tells us more.
Tuweke watu waaminifu mamlakani ili pesa zisipotee.
With less than 1.5 years to the 2022 polls, presidential candidates across the country are now fighting fast pace to tell Kenyans about their strategies to win their economy in a bid to clinch the presidential seat.
Mama anatoroka saloon kwa sababu mambo ni magumu, lakini KRA imemfuata paka kwa jikoni kuongeza bei ya gas.
The topic of economy has become an important issue of late due to high taxation on Kenyans imposed by the government.
Atipunguza ushuru, ala, hiyo siwezi kupunguza.
The presidential candidate, who is also ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi, has assured Kenyans of turning around the tough economic state if he becomes the next president.
My friend, wachana na hii maneno. Ni ufisadi na watu kupora mali, tuzibe hayo mashimo.
Speaking during a church service in Rift Valley, Mudavadi criticized finance as Ukur Yatani over inflation rate witnessed in the country that has caused high taxes imposed on goods and services.
Sijui Ukur Yatani anafikiria nini? But this is what is hurting us. Na wengine wanatoka huko wanasema economy ya bottoms up. Hii Kiingereza kingi. You're confusing us. Mwingine anasema bottoms up, mwingine anasema trickle down.
The sentiments that were backed by his political allies.
Idea mbaya kufikiria ati ukiongeza ushuru wa tax, by raising taxes you collect money. That is poor mathematics. Saa ingine ukipunguza, you increase compliance. Juu watu watu waone ile kitu tax inafanya. Mimi naomba saizi, in fact our MPs nimewatambulisha, because budget is done in the National Assembly. We must lower taxes to Kenyans because Kenyans are suffering.
Earlier, President Uhuru Kenyatta opposed the opinion on tax reduction, saying that it will hinder the completion of the ongoing government's project, which requires heavy funding.
Hiyo ushuru mutalipa wenzangu, kwa sababu hakuna njia nyingine tunaweza kujenga facilities kama hii, hakuna njia nyingine tutajenga mabarabara, hakuna njia nyingine tutajenga mashule, ama namna gani?
In relation to high cost of living, Bungoma residents spoke to Maisha TV.
Huyo wakati mwingine hapa mkono na kana, lakini maisha imekuwa ngumu. Ukienda kila mtu wale walikuwa wanatupea kazi, wanalia kwa ajili ya maisha kuwa ngumu. Sasa ile kitu tungeomba serikali wangeangalia mtu wa chini, sababu hao watu wa chini kama wapikipiki wa magari, matatu hawa ndio tunachangia uchumi wa Kenya. Ushuru tunatoa kwa wingi, lakini watupunguzie.
Wacha kulingana na vile tuko, watusikisie vitu. Kwa maana saa hii tuko na shida ya biashara haviendi. Haya, tuko na watoto wetu wako nyumbani, hata school fees hatuna.
Unless yani hao watu ni kama sio binadamu kama hao binadamu wengine wa chini. Sasa wafikirie mahali hapo ili at least yani sisi tukaweze kupata afueni kutoka kwao.
Uchumi imeturudisha nyuma. Paka wakati wa maono yangu kama ni mimi, ningeitamani viongozi wote wa eneo hili la Western wote wakae pamoja na washauriane na hata Rais Uhuru Kenyatta ili wauze hii nchi na kila Mkenya apewe pesa yake ajipange vile anaweza enda, maana maisha imekuwa ngumu.
Si ni kweli?
Reporting for Maisha TV, my name is Philip Smio.
DCI detectives in Nakuru have launched investigations into the killing of a 28-year-old police constable. John Ongweno, who was found dead in his car, was attached to the Nakuru Central Police Station under the anti-crime unit. Was shot on the head at Kasarani Police Line Estate.
We need people to come forward and remove this crime from the shadow. And mostly people who victimize of this, they don't come front and explain what's happening to them because of lack of awareness, and they don't know where to be reported. The people who deal cartel, very high influence people in this, and it's not a small crime. It's something which is involved a lot of money on this crime. So this is an international crime, and it is not only happening here, everywhere in the world.
And a 52-year-old man has left residence of a village in Shinyalu constituency in Kakamega County in shock after he was found attempting to exhume the body of his deceased daughter in broad daylight. The man, identified as Ogri Siema, who hails from Kamwega village, is said to have left his home in the day of the burial and delayed coming back. After a prolonged wait, the religious leaders were compelled to inter the remains of the girl in her father's absence. According to his brother Charles Muse, after he found his daughter had been laid to rest, Siema became violent and began chasing away his family members. Sources say that the man wanted to bury her daughter afresh in accordance with his wish. Residents are now wants the government to intervene and have the issue resolved.
Jumatano wakasika mtoto. Ndugu yangu hakuna, ametoka asubuhi. Watu wa kanisa wakasika mtoto akamaliza. Saa 8 akarudi. Kurudi saa 8 kupata mtoto ameshasikwa, akaanza kufukuza huyu mtoto wake. Msichana ameshaenda college. Anafukuza huyu mtoto kichana yake huyu. Anafukuza mama mkwe, kujaribu kwenda kumkataza kumshika hapa. Akanirutia. Akachukua panga karibu animalize.
Visa imefanyika kwa hii area kubwa, serikali sijui tutaenda wapi.
The Usawa Party of Kenya, associated with Murang'a Governor Mwangi wa Iria, has kicked off a recruitment drive that targets to at least 6 million voters in the whole country. Wairia, who talked as he popularized the party in Murang'a County, called on the Mount Kenya voting bloc to join the party as it addresses the needs of the Mount Kenya communities. The party, whose symbol is a cow, is the vehicle in which Murang'a County boss intends to run for presidency.
Mimi hii kula ya Mount Kenya najua tuna wapigaji kula kama milioni 10 na tuna wengine milioni 5-7 hapo ambao hawakuwa wamejisajilisha kwa sababu ya umri ama kwa sababu hawakupata nafasi. Tukiweka wote sisi tutakuwa na kula zaidi ya 10,700,000. Hiyo inatosha kumwekelea rais kwa State House.
The Ministry of Interior says that security forces are well prepared to handle any incidences that may occur ahead of the 2022 general elections. Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i has urged Kenyans to shun any politicians fueling violence and report such politicians immediately.
Before. We are going to have our multi-agents team, the technical arm that is coordinated by our peers, begins the roadmap and the countdown from next week, which means we look at the map across the country, areas where we think there may be hotspots or where things may happen that we need to check so that we are totally prepared to deal with them. As you all know, this madness is not usually perpetuated by ordinary wananchi, because after all, right now they are going about their activities, they have no problem with anyone, they are in their marketplaces, they are doing their business, they are interacting amongst themselves without a problem. So why should they fight tomorrow and the day after? It's because some desperate politician is inciting them, or some people who have certain challenges and are greed about getting political power are inciting them, and they want them to fight. For the next 12 months, we are going to do all the simulations, all the planning that we need to do, and ensure that we are ready to support a very, very peaceful electoral process in the country, so that we should never have the challenges we have had in the past.
The school in Kisii County has been deregistered for what the local county education board terms as a failure by the institution to meet Ministry of Education's registration enrollment requirement. Kisii County Education Board Chair Professor Henry Onderi, who announced the closure of Simiti Secondary School in Nyamachi Sub-County, further advised the Teachers Service Commission TSC to withdraw its teachers from the institution of learning. An assessment by the Area Quality Assurance Standard reveals that in 2018 the school, which currently has 9 students, had a total of 128 learners.
From a school called Simiti Secondary School in Nyamachi Sub-County, and the recommendation of the the County Education Board is that that school be closed with immediate effect. Teachers Service Commission was advised to retrieve all the teachers in that school. Now, the record we have is that the school had an enrollment of 9 students by the time of assessment. It had 9 schools with 9 teachers. So this doesn't make sense that we have such a school existing in a country at the moment with 100% transition policy, and we do not expect any school to have such a number.
The family of ex-military officer and security analyst Mwenda Mbijiwe says that they believe their kin is still alive despite disappearing for 3 weeks now. Mbijiwe is believed to have been abducted on 12th of June 2021.
It is causing us no peace of mind, and unable to do our normal work.
Former Kenya Defence Forces officer Mwenda Mbijiwe's mother has broken her silence for the first time since his disappearance on June 12, 2021. Speaking to her family members and the press on Saturday, June 3rd, the mother, Jane Gaturi, disclosed that she has reasons to believe that her son is still alive.
Institutions within our arts and the reports we are receiving from other sources, our son Mwenda Mbijiwe is very much alive.
She further noted that her son's freedom was under the control of unknown parties, blaming the police for carrying out subpar investigations. It was revealed that Mwenda disappeared en route to check on his mother at Kimbo village in Meru County before the car was later recovered at Committee Corner. She noted the car should have provided crucial leads in the case and help identify the unknown faces behind her son's disappearance. An initial GPRS tracking showed that the vehicle was at Kasarani Estate before being spotted at Kahawa Estate, from where it was transferred to Kamiti Corner, where it was eventually found. During the press conference, Gatwiri also invited security officials from USA, Israel and South Africa to join the case and help unravel her son's whereabouts.
The government of Kenya has got no machinery to see where Mwenda is, of which we know that they know. Then let me request the international community to venture in, waweze kusaidia apatikane.
Other family members who attended the press briefing feared that their kin might be held captive by government agencies. Towards the end of June, Gatwiri met with Director of Criminal Investigations DCI George Kinoti for 6 hours to discuss the disappearance of her son.
Therefore, the family is requesting government to speed up that investigation and let us know whereabouts of our son and see him released.
Her family members had lamented that they were kept in the dark since police took over the case.
Mwenda alikuwa mtu open. Na alikuwa anaongea, we are so free na yeye kabisa. Hata before that, wakati alipotea, hatukuwa na communication yoyote. Na hakuwa amesema eti kuna something unforeseen inaweza happen. Hakuna mtu alikuwa amemtishia.
Maisha TV. Google Play Store once more has been turned into a haven for malicious apps. This was revealed after the latest Android apps were lately discovered that had been stealing people's Facebook usernames and passwords. The apps with Trojan's virus had been downloaded greater than 5 million occasions. Let's have a look.
Google has deleted 9 malicious apps from its Play Store after it was established that they were being used to steal personal data from Facebook. The apps reportedly appeared normal and required users to log in using their Facebook accounts. This is common, but in this case, the apps contain Trojan malware, which is installed right after the users log into their accounts. The 9 apps have cumulatively garnered more than 5.8 million downloads. Although designed to steal Facebook passwords, the report says that the attackers could have easily changed the Trojan settings and commanded them to load the web page of another legitimate service. They could have even used a completely fake login form located on a phishing site. Thus, the Trojans could have been used to steal logins and passwords from any service. Maisha TV.
Well, it's always a pleasure to have your company throughout the bulletin. That's all you had for Maisha Prime News. My name is Rida Chebet Kering. Enjoy the rest of your video.
Soft Care Baby Diaper uses high technology. Pro-level leak protection is designed for your baby. Asante Soft Care. Syria Mama. Soft Care?
Very soft.